Baby crocodiles talk to each other while still in the egg, being able to synchronize their hatching, according to the London Times. These calls to pre-hatch eggs were recorded and played to other eggs, causing the call to be answered back and causing more movement within the egg. When these calls were answered, the unborn crocodiles can synchronize their hatching within 10 minutes of each other, whereas eggs hatched in silence or exposed to random noise failed to fine-tune their hatching. This denotes the powerful ability of communication. Communication is taken for granted by many people today, and its power is overlooked by many business professionals. In this presentation, we will discuss the communication breakdown and how I, as well as others, can improve our communication techniques. Soft skills are what employees are looking for these days, according to a survey done in a New Zealand group. The focus on personal attributes rather than technical skills, the willingness to learn, having a positive attitude, being motivated, having good communication skills, and the processing the ability to work independently are behavioral competencies most employees desire. Graduates after college lack these traits. Being able to communicate is a soft skill, but don't worry if you don't have this trait naturally. This can be learned. I, for one, have a hard time with grammar. In fact, I scored a -1 on appropriate use of grammar on the assessment results. Through research, I learned a couple of tricks that will help. One is practice, especially if you have a presentation or speech you know is coming up. If you have an interview, practice with a friend, a family member, or go on a mock interviews before your dream job interview. Preparation is key to speaking well. Another point that is topic, listening. One huge part of communication is listening. Many people ignore this part of the process, especially when they feel they know the answer already. This information process bias is the assumption that others think the same way as you. According to CEO of the Springer Corporation in the U.S., poor listening is one of the most significant problems facing businesses today, and when it breaks down, mistakes can be costly. This listening efficiency in the workplace is said to be fewer than 50% effective. That means less than half of what is orally transmitted is never acted upon correctly. How can we start to be a good listener? By being an active listener. Pay attention to what is being said. Try to associate with what you already know. Since we can listen 4 times faster than a person can talk, utilize that time to sort out and classify the information. Get the useful, practical, and worthwhile facts. Do not jump to conclusions. Hear the speaker out and control any prejudices so that you do not respond emotionally. Many North American companies are using what is called quality circles. These circles are bringing management and workers together in problem-solving sessions. Apparently, these sessions have saved millions of dollars by utilizing the suggestions by employees. A Texas research organization studied 16,000 executives to determine which type of leadership got the best results from workers. It discovered that those who achieved the best results tended to care about people as well as profits, and listen to both workers and superiors, while the other leaders tended to avoid communication, relying on policy manuals instead. That brings us to our last topic of communication, and that is how to communicate. In an article written for the healthcare industry for those who had a hard time communicating with doctors about patient care, resulting in serious consequences. That article explained a communication technique called clarity in communication. This is a 3-process initiative. 2 of the processes can be used in the business environment, so I will discuss those. In the assertion communication and closed-loop communication. The first technique of assertion supports a way of thinking, a specific set of skills to communicate, creating a comfortable environment. The first step to the cycle is to gain your colleague's attention by using their name. Then express the nature of the concern by using an I statement, followed by a statement of the problem. Finally, propose an action to resolve the situation and then try to reach a decision jointly. Closed-loop communication is the practice of repeating back information when a request is made. Use the individual's name at the time of request, to verbally confirm what they are asking. The use of an individual's name has the same psychological effect as a salesperson at a car lot. However, the overuse of it can have a reverse effect. The I statement, instead of starting with you, is also helpful in communicating with your husband or wife. Now, as mentioned earlier, some animals can communicate using calls. Some use gestures, odors, cries, and even songs. But only humans appear to have a structured grammatical language and can draw meaningful pictures. By taking these communication techniques to heart, many human problems could be solved. Good communication can be learned through practice, and listening is an essential part of it. Keep on communicating just like the Nile crocodile before hatching your next business plan.